What is going on, guys? We are back from our Tennessee trip, finally back in Cincinnati. Boy, was it a long one. I even planned on staying there an extra day, staying that Sunday, but I ended up canceling it. I just got, man, it was just too much. I couldn't do it anymore, and it was supposed to rain that day. I just needed a break, get home, my own shower, my own bed. It is Monday now, so a little one-day break of riding, and it's already 10:30 and I'm out riding again. So yeah, the drive back wasn't too bad. It was actually, the drive back always feels quicker than the drive there, for me at least. I think it was like 4 hours 50 minutes, something like that. I think I did a little over 600 and something miles in the car total. Yeah, the Honda Civic hatchback did all right pulling that trailer and the bike. It was a little funny up hills sometimes, and you know, braking was okay, but getting up hills was a struggle. Sometimes those steep ones in those mountains, it didn't like it too well, but it still did it. I normally get around 35 miles a gallon, 35, 36 miles per gallon in that car. With that trailer, I did a trip meter. I ended up getting an average of like 24.9, so 25 miles per gallon. So I lost about 10 miles per gallon. It's pretty big, but you gotta consider you're hauling a trailer with a bike. I think that trailer weighs 900 pounds, and the bike weighs like 225 or something. But also in my trunk, I have a big speaker box, like 2 subs, and it's a custom-made box with 2 big 10s. That thing probably weighs close, I'd say at least over 150 pounds. One person really can't lift it up. But enough about the speakers. Let's talk about the trip. Man, that was fun. That was just non-stop riding. Like I said in other videos, man, I didn't stay much at the rally. I think I maybe went there like 2 or 3 times. Most of the time I was out just kind of doing my own ride. You know, constantly riding the tail of the Dragon and, you know, the Foothills Parkway. You know, did Cherahalla Skyway, went to the Fontana Dam. I rode through the National Park Road, I think, once. It was just too slow for me, too small and too slow, so it's definitely working this bike to its limit. I went ahead and did a oil change on the bike just before I left now, and man, that oil was bad. It needed it. I probably should have did an oil change while I was there, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do it all in the parking lot and then have to drain it. The other thing I was thinking of doing, I was going to do it at Deal's Gap, because they got a little spot where you can drain and all that, and I just didn't feel like dealing with it. It's not like I hurt it too bad or nothing. But yeah, we definitely pushed this bike to its limit. I mean, I was half the time going up those hills. You'll see in some of these videos, man, the bike is just struggling, especially with me on it, on this little bike. Trying to pull this weight around. Yeah, that ain't working. But what was crazy to see pictures from like my first day riding the Dragon and then like my last day riding the Dragon. As far as my lean angles, you can see a world of difference just from getting more and more comfortable. Like I said in previous videos, man, I haven't rode in probably 5 or 6 years. Like I said, it's all coming back and just slowly getting more and more comfortable on the bike. I definitely need a bigger bike because this isn't cutting it anymore. These tires are already maxed out all the way leaned over. I can't lean over and I'm scraping pegs already, so I'm about as far as my capability on this thing. I don't really do the whole seat position thing. I'm not moving butt cheeks or nothing like that, how people do. Stick the leg out, you know, point the chin, stuff like that. But as far as these, you don't really need to stick your knee out. I mean, unless you're doing something crazy and you're in like full leathers and trying to like race. Come on, neutral. Yeah, I'm not trying to do none of that. Okay, so I got a couple good pictures from them. I'll let you guys see. Man, it's hard to go through, especially with that small bore rally going on. It is so hard to go through and find your photos. I made sure to make mental notes each time. What I should have done is made a notepad on my phone, like every time I left like the Overlook or Deals Gap, like what time I left, just so I can, because there's a couple times I don't remember the timing when I left and went down it. There's probably pictures that I didn't get. What's cool about Killboy and I think 129 Photos or 129 Slayer, I think are the three companies. Two of them I think you can make photo albums and you could just save them to them and then like maybe buy them if you want to later. So I went ahead and just saved all my photos to these albums, so in case I want to buy one. I ended up ordering one print from one site and then a digital photo from the other one. But those guys are taking pictures constantly, man. They're not moving from those spots. They're doing like 50, 60,000 photos a day. They're taking pictures of just regular cars, everything. Say this, if you are a new rider and you bought a Honda Grom and that's what you're doing, that's what you're using to learn on, I wouldn't suggest going to the Tail of the Dragon. I mean, you can go to Tennessee, those roads are beautiful, but the Tail of the Dragon it's going to be way more technical. There's like normal corners will be like hairpins or just, you know, like full circles. Some of these corners, the radius increases or decreases as the corner's going, and also there's elevation changes at the same time, so you have to be real mindful of that, and that really throws people off sometimes, and that's why there's a lot of wrecks. I seen there was a couple car wrecks, I seen a couple bike wrecks. I didn't get to see the wrecks personally, I just seen the aftermath. All the wrecks that I seen, everybody was okay. There was one that somebody did get taken away in an ambulance as I was leaving, but they said he just like tweaked his back. I guess the guy fell over or something. I'm not sure. It was right at the beginning of the old part of the Foothills Parkway. But I have, for that trip, for those 6 days of recording, I have so much footage. I recorded every second I was riding. If I was riding, I was recording, which was probably not the smartest move, but I just didn't want to miss anything in case something happened, in case I wrecked. I mean, I still, like when I'm riding right now, I'm just heading to my buddy's house real quick. I didn't even plan to make this video. I just always record while I'm riding. But I have probably, I'd say, over a terabyte of footage. So it is going to take a little bit to go through and make videos. So it might take a little bit for that trip content to come out. Also, I wanted to put out the video of the best mods for the Honda Grom, the part 2. I think that one is going to be quality of life mods. I think that was the plan. I had to look at my phone. I made a little note spreadsheet of stuff to talk about, so. Stop and get some gas. $4? Jesus. I mean, it don't really matter the price of this one. Oh no, we're squirting everywhere. You can't really ease this one on. Oh, overflow. Yeah, so $4.90 or $4.79. That ain't bad. I ripped my glove too. You see that? Look at that line, man. So the content might be a little slow coming out. It might be a couple weeks because I go on vacation again in 2 weeks. I might try to record a couple videos or make a couple spare while I'm on vacation. This is a vacation I already had planned, so this small bore rally was kind of spur of the moment thing. I probably shouldn't have done it, but it wasn't a bad trip overall. It was decent. I'd say it cost me a little over $1,000, maybe more. We'll just say like $1,100-1,200 just to be safe, but I don't think it was that much. It'd be even cheaper if you went with people, but you know, I had to carry all the costs by myself, so. That's one of the big factors of why it costs so much. But I think this SD card is almost full too. I think it has like an hour and a half of footage left. So this one does have my last day footage on it. I never transferred it. I brought my laptop with me and transferred everything over to my laptop. Now my laptop hard drive is completely full and it literally has nothing on it. But for this video, I might throw in a couple little clips so you guys can at least see something. There was definitely some scary moments that I had on the Dragon, some mishaps. That last day, there was probably 2 or 3. It was probably my most day where stuff almost went wrong, is because I was pushing a little bit too hard. You know, I was trying to get better and better, and that's usually when you mess up, is when you push too hard and ride over your limit, and it's what I did a couple times. I definitely rode over my capabilities. One time I ended up scraping my peg, and it threw my front wheel over. I think it either lifted my back tire or threw my front wheel, or I panicked. I'm not too sure. It just happened way too quickly, and it veered me over the double yellow, which is terrifying. Luckily that corner there was nobody coming around. If there was, I probably would have hit him head on. But yeah, there was a couple corners where I was scraping pegs and everything like that. It's just not something I want to do. I don't want to scrape my peg. I technically get enough lean angle by not scraping my peg to ride within a fun, reasonable pace, so I do not need to lean over anymore. It is quick enough for me and my riding style, on this bike at least. A bigger bike, yeah, it's a different story. You can lean a lot more. This one you can't lean as much. As you can see in this photo right here, that I'm pretty leaned over. I can zoom in on the picture, and I'm probably about the inch away from peg scraping, so that's comfortable for me. So if you go into a dip or anything like that, and your suspension compresses even more, you still got room for air for your peg hitting and bottoming out. Because that's how usually people low side, is when they are in a corner and they are so close to the ground and their peg is literally there, then they hit a dip and their bike compresses onto the peg, and then it lifts all the traction off the tire, and then they just slide out. That's usually what happens in those type of scenarios. And then I'll let you guys see a little bit of riding from the Dragon real quick. clips of people dropping their bikes over, which is kind of funny. My buddy's girlfriend dropped her bike. This guy turning around at one of the wrecks I seen dropped his big Harley, brand new one. Buddy we was riding with, I didn't get it on video, dropped his H2. These were all like stops or turnarounds, so nothing crazy, just dropped the bike. I seen a guy wreck, the same guy wrecked twice on the Dragon. My first run up the Dragon, 2 or 3 corners before the very end, I pull around the corner and there's a guy in a ditch. I didn't get him wrecking, but I have everything on video. And then I go to Deal's Gap, I go eat some food. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna run the Dragon again. So I go back up, and about halfway through, he is about 40 foot down a cliff and wrecked again. That will probably be in like the first or second video that I put out of the little Smoky Mountain series. Yeah, but I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I just wanted to make a quick little video giving you guys an update of what's going on and how the trip went and when the videos are going to be coming out. I want to thank all the people that have subscribed. I think we just hit like a little over 200 just now, which is crazy. But try to get these videos out for you guys at a decent pace if I can. It's just going to take a really long time to go through all this footage because a lot of it I'm just riding and I wasn't talking or nothing like that, so it's just riding content. Let me know if you guys want some like raw videos of me just riding and not talking, because I did a couple passes on the Dragon where I didn't even say a word, where it was just me riding. I got a couple on the Foothills Parkway where I'm just riding and not talking. But yeah, let me know if you guys just want some like raw audio or raw riding footage of me riding, and I'll throw some of those up, and not a whole bunch though. So yeah, that is going to do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that stuff down below. All my parts list and everything is down in the description. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. Peace.